Well, I've decided I'd like to fit an outdoor shower, one of those gas ones that go on the side of the door, but before I do that I need a bigger water tank because I've only got those fire extinguishers as a water supply. So this video I'm going to be fitting a bigger water tank under my bed. But before I fit the water tank I need to clear all this out, so whilst I clear this out I'll run the intro. Well, I've decided to go with a 60 litre water tank. I think that'll be plenty big enough to save weight as well. I think it's about an easy compromise, thereabouts. Anyway, 60 litre water tank, and it fits perfectly between my gas locker and my front bulkhead. It actually fits up quite nice against the wheel well, and it causes a nice little cubby hole at the back there. And it just so happens my camping chairs fit there quite nice. So that's why I've gone for the 60 litre water tank. Now I've already pre-installed the fittings to save a little bit of time, and these fittings come with this as a kit, and I did price it up. I priced up buying the tank separately and all the fittings. And remember, it does come with a water filling cap as well, and it comes with all the necessary pipes, and the whole kit actually worked out cheaper than buying everything individually. So I'll put a link in the description of this video to this company because I'm quite impressed actually. It does work out a lot cheaper, and I say they supply everything you need to install a water tank. Now, you don't have to put your fittings on top like I've done. You can actually lay it flat and put your fittings there because there's no holes in this tank, so you've got the option to put your fittings wherever you choose, unlike some of the other water tanks that have got pre-positioned little cubby holes and stuff. The only downside is there's no fixing screws anywhere, so I need to figure out how I'm going to fit it in place and hold it firmly in place as well, because when this is full of water it is rather heavy. Now the only thing that didn't come in the kit, which is a bit unfortunate I guess, a bit disappointing, was the Jubilee clips. So you will need to buy some Jubilee clips because they don't come in the kit, unfortunately. I was a bit surprised by that. I mean, they're cheap as chips. Now I did do one little modification. I fitted this pipe on the side. This pipe comes with the kit, and it's meant to be a breather pipe that goes back to the filler cap up here, but because it's nice and clear I thought I'll use that as a level gauge so I can see how much water's in there. And I did put a little red bead in there that floats, but unfortunately when I filled this up with water to check there's no leaks, the little red bead went up and inside the tank. So I need a bigger red bead basically, or as John suggested, I use the float off the top of a fishing float in there. That's a pretty good idea, but that's going to be easy to fit. I've only got to undo a Jubilee clip and drop it in place, so that's for later on. It's not important. Now it did come, I must say, it did come with a drain tap as well, but you know me, I don't like to put too many holes in the bottom of tanks. I like everything to be fed from the top. So I decided not to fit the drain tap. I mean, if I want to empty this tank, all I've got to do is leave the tap on and let the pump do all the work. The pump will drain all the water out. So I decided not to fit the tap. But that comes with the kit anyway. Just thought I'd mention that for those people that are going to say, how are you going to drain the tank? This lid, you have to do it up really tight because it will leak otherwise. I've noticed I did get a little tiny bit of leakage until I did tighten it right up. So let's hope I've tightened up tight enough now. I guess time will tell. Right, so now I need to figure out how I'm going to actually strap it in place or bolt it in place. And I say strap it because I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap it down using ratchet tie downs. Yeah, so I've just need to figure out how I'm going to do that. Back in a minute. So to fit this tank in place and stop it moving around whilst I'm driving, or even becoming a projectile in the event of an accident, I'm going to tie it down to the floor using these tie downs available from, look at these from Wixies, I think I got these from. Yeah, I'm simply going to put one of these at each end and put a ratchet strap over it and tie it down, and this is going to be bolted through the floor of the van with big spacer washers underneath, a bit like a seat belt for a water tank. So that's my next job, fit these into place and then I can fit everything else. So this is where I'm going to be fitting these straps. I'm going to put one this side here and then one the other end as well, like this. If you can see that, it's a little bit dark in here, so I do apologise. Let's put it back up now. And to hold it in place, I'm going to simply use these 6mm bolts, 2 of these, and I have to say that I was quite lucky when I drilled the holes for these. All but that back one. This back one lands right above my brake compensator valve. So I was lucky I didn't drill through my brake compensator. But there you go, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to sit there like that. Now the water tank, I'm going to raise it slightly off the floor so that the tank isn't actually on the floor. I want air to circulate underneath the tank, just in case there is any condensation build up. I think it's a good idea just to run a couple of battens and sit the water tank on top of there so that air can flow freely around the tank, and if any condensation does build up, it can drip off onto the floor and run out the back of the van, hopefully. That's my theory anyway, because the last thing we want is to cause a sandwich of moisture. So I think it's best to have the tank standing slightly up and slightly away from the actual back of the van, just to safeguard any condensation building up in the back. We don't want any nasty smells under my bed. And because of the step on these as well, and the tank's going to be right up against them, so the tank needs to be higher than these basically as well. Not a lot of space, it's a bit tight under here, so that one's going to go there. So that's my 2 tie downs down. On the other side I've used these great big spacing washers so that yeah, they're not going to be pulling out anytime soon. They'll be fine, I think. I've only used 2 bolts in each one. I don't think I'll need to drill any more holes than that in my van. Right, so now I've got those in place, I need to put the battens in as well to just to hold the tank slightly up off the floor to stop any condensation building up between the tank and the floor. I don't think I've ever seen anyone else mention this, so I could be completely wrong, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now, in case you're wondering what happened to my POWEROAK remote charger, there it is in my cupboard. And if you work remotely like I do and your power tool batteries go flat like they do, and this thing is proving invaluable so far. It works absolutely fantastic. Well, it charges my power tools anyway. And if you're wondering what the other plug's for, well, that works my electronic ignition on my gas hob. Brilliant. So far I'm loving it. POWEROAK, good thing to have. So far so good. So here are my battens, and these are going to hold the tank away from the surface of the van. Now I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not, but I've seen this done on a boat once, so that's why I'm doing it on here. And this is to allow air to circulate around the tank, especially in the winter. It will allow warm air to circulate around the tank and hopefully help stop it from freezing. Yeah, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Am I doing the right thing, or is it wrong? Is it counterproductive? Will it allow more condensation to build up around the body of the tank in the summer? I don't know, but I've seen it done on boats, so I'm doing it in my van. So that's me battens done and my anchors bolted down. Now when I've drilled the holes for the anchors, I drilled through to the bottom of the van and then I've sprayed the bare metal with some aerosol. But just as a safety precaution, I also, whilst I was screwing the bolts up from underneath, I covered them in grease, so there's loads of grease all around them holes as well, just to prevent any rust. So that's that. Now all I need to do is fit the tank and screw it down. But before I do that, I'm going to show you what water pump I'm going to use. So the water pump I'm going to be using is a diaphragm pressure sensitive water pump. It's got a pressure sensing switch on the top, so when the pressure builds up, when the tap is closed, then it cuts the pump out. And as soon as you open the tap and release the pressure, the switch senses the drop in pressure, turns the pump on. Now this is a really cheap one. It's not as expensive as some other van builders use. It is 5 litres a minute, therefore this could empty my tank in a matter of 11 minutes. So that's plenty. It's plenty powerful enough for what I need, and it should operate my shower with no problems at all. And like I say, it's half the price, or a fraction of the price actually, of other YouTube channels. Link in the description. Now because I'm using this, I do need some kind of baffle, which is this Seaflow baffle, and again, a fraction of the cost of some other YouTube channels. I'll put a link in the description to this as well. And all this does is protect your water system from any pressure surge. So when you turn this on and off, it's like a baffle. It stops any sudden surge of pressure and stops you getting any leaks. So I do recommend using one of these when using one of these. They pretty much go hand in hand. Oh, and this goes between the pump and your tap, not the other way round. Okay, so you have the pump, then your accumulator, and then your tap. Right, find somewhere to mount them now. Now, just one word of a caution before I do fit this. If you are going to fit one of these pumps, then please do fit an isolator switch so you can actually switch it off when you leave your van. And the reason for this is because if there is a slight water leak or you leave your tap dripping, this will cut in and out, and pretty much empty your water tank whilst you're away. So you need to make sure you can actually turn this off. And I say this from experience because I know somebody who almost lost their boat because of one of these. I won't mention no names because I don't want to cause them any embarrassment, but they forgot to turn it off and it had a little leak whilst they were away, and when they come back the boat was sitting really low in the water. They couldn't figure out why, and it's because this had pretty much filled their boat with water. So yeah, make sure you fit an isolator switch on these. You still need to be able to switch these off. Heed my advice. It's long enough. That's a relief. I was worried it wasn't going to be long enough. Right, so this is the plan, to have my ratchet strap like that. It's just a matter of threading it through. Look at that. That is not going anywhere. That's brilliant. And the nice thing about this is, because it's on a ratchet strap, if I do need to remove this tank to clean it, it's a simple matter of undoing the ratchet strap, taking it out, obviously after I've drained it, and then I can undo it and clean it if need be. There you go. That isn't moving anywhere. Maybe a couple of more ratchets on that. That's super tight, that is. Yep, I'm happy with that. I'm really pleased with that. That's not moving anywhere. Now all I need to do is fit my water tap, my water pump. My water pump's going to go up here. My accumulator's going to go underneath the sink. And it's just a matter of joining all the pipes up and the wires. And hopefully we'll have running water. Brilliant. So the big question is, where am I going to put my filler cap? Now the most conventional way to do it is drill a hole in the side of the van, put this into the side of the van and have a pipe going down into your water tank. That's the easy solution, right? But you know me, I don't like to do things easy. I like to do them a little bit different. So I'm going to put my filler cap next to my sink, and I'll show you exactly where. I'm going to put it right there for two reasons. One, I don't want to drill a hole in the side of my van, and two, if I can only get a jerry can full of water, because some places are a little bit sensitive, they don't like you connecting those pipes up and putting it in your van, but a lot of people don't mind you filling up a jerry can of water, right? So if I've got this big 25 litre jerry can with a tap on the side, so if I have to use my jerry can at any time, I can fill my jerry can with water, put it on the side here, open the tap, and then gravity will feed it into my water tank. A really easy way to transfer water from a jerry can into my water tank. So that's why I'm going to put it there. Now to fit it here, I'll need to use this beast. Yeah, look at that, it's a monster. It's not easy to use, it's a bit violent. I've used it a couple of times. One of those was to make the hole for my flue for my wood stove. So I've marked where this has got to go. So wish me luck. Like I say, if you're a bit squeamish, look away. This is where buying a cheap worktop gives you the confidence to do this sort of stuff, because if I mess it up, I think this worktop was like 15 quid, so it don't really matter. There she blows. Look at the mess. I'm going to go and get my little Hoover out. Oh God. Right, let's go and get my favourite little vacuum. Can't remember if I've shown you this before, but this thing is amazing. My friend Bob recommended me getting one of these. He uses it for his cleaning his car, getting dog hair out of his car. It's rechargeable, it's on Amazon, it's unbranded. I don't think it's actually got a name, but I'll put a link in the description of this video where you can get one of these, because they are really good. Listen to it start up, it sounds like a jet starting. Look at that, so easy. Oh, and it's waterproof as well. I love this thing, I'll tell you. Right, so let's see if it fits. Of course it'll fit. Oh, look at that. Oh mate, that's an absolute perfect fit. You'd think that was made for that. Look at that. And there's a perfect gap in there as well. That's exactly where I wanted it. I'm pleased with that. I really am pleased. Now, which way round do I have it? Because it's got this air pipe. This is a breather, so when water goes in, air can come out. So I think I need... Does it matter? Well, I just want that facing towards the water tank, don't I? So I'll have it like that. Yeah, it would be nice to have it like that, so it says water there. It's got the words water written on it. It'd be nice to have it facing you. Actually, no, I could actually, because it'll come down. Yeah, I will. I'll have it so the writing water is actually facing me, so it looks proper. Right, all I need now is some stainless steel screws. I've got some somewhere because I had them left over from when I did my skylight. Yeah, some nice stainless steel screws. I think that'll look lovely. Now I know what you're thinking. Really, I should really put some silicone around this to stop the wood from expanding and going nasty if it gets damp. But remember, this is solid wood. It's not that nasty furniture board, chipwoody, horrible stuff. It's proper wood, so there's no need for silicone. Simple as that. That's the benefit of using proper wood. Right, so that's my filler cap fitted right there like that. As you can see, lovely. I don't even need to lock it really, because no one's going to put horrible stuff in there. So now that's fitted, all that's left for me to do is connect all the rest of the pipework up and then try it out. Oh, I'm no more silent running water. Next time I turn this tap on, you're going to hear a water pump, unfortunately. I'm going to miss that silent water. Now well, I've got a cunning idea. Before I disconnect my tap and connect it to my new pump, I'm going to use all the water that I've got in my fire extinguishers to fill my tank. Check this out. Oh dear, this is a brilliant idea. There you go. Waste not, want not. See how easy that is? Now can you imagine when I've got a jerry can, I can just lay it on here and open the tap and there it goes into my water tank. So rather than just turn this tap on and let the water go to waste, I thought I'd just fill my tank with it. Out of the old, into the new, as they say. Oh, I think I've cut that bit of pipe a little bit too short. Oh, that's alright, that'll stay there. Well, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, because giving the videos thumbs up is very important. I'd give it a thumbs up, that's for sure. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes on this video. Well, I'm pleased to say it's all plumbed in, it's all wired up, and it actually works. And it's about to absolutely chuck it down because there's thunder, there's lightning yonder distance. So I'll give you a quick demonstration and show you There you go, see, hear that noise? I'll show you why I don't like having a water pump in a van, even though I've got plenty of water pressure. I've got that horrible noise. I don't like it. But if you like this video, then please do give me the thumbs up, and don't forget, if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing, and by subscribing to my channel you help me feed a cat, and I've got 2 and they're both hungry. Thanks for watching, ta-ra for now. And yeah, this tank will actually fit nice and snugly between my So the big question is, where am I going to put my filler cap now? Alright, Luke. I think it's going to thunder. There it is, there's the thunder. There's a bit of lightning. I better get my skates on.